Dogmatic thinking is bad for society in any realm, in any manifestation. Believe nothing except that anything is possible.
I think part of that is the problem with psychology is it doesn't take into account that the human person is a body-soul composite and that you are not just chemical reactions happening at the level of the brain. And
that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Half of the problem is that it's so esoteric and like woo-woo, and especially in the last 10 years. I have a degree in psychology. The whole holistic mind, body, spirit, that is a core tenet of American psychology. And I would argue that that is part of the issue. Part of the issue of how we got to the place of gender-affirming care where the child decides what's wrong with them and what should happen with them is exactly the type of dogma that you have when you're talking about this. Dogmatic thinking is bad for society in any realm, in any manifestation. Believe nothing except that anything is possible. Believe that anything is possible. But aside from that, there is nothing that can't be disproven. Gonzag says, as cringe as Seamus can be, I'm still very open to the fact that we don't know everything about how the body connects to the soul. Atheists may disagree, but whatever, it is what it is. I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. Nobody is saying that we know everything about how the body connects to the soul. What I'm saying is that when you are feeling the sense of awe because you're singing a hymn with your congregation, that we absolutely do know what electrical signals and what chemicals are flowing through your brain, where they're going, the receptor. We understand this. We as humanity, I don't personally have a degree in neuroscience, but there are people who understand this stuff and it can explain it as easily as, hey, this isn't magic that this is about to fall when I let go. I don't have a crystal ball, but I know that when I let go of this, it's going to fall. Oh my God! What, is that surprising to any of you? No, because we understand gravity. It is the exact same concept. The exact same concept. And, the notion that we understand everything is a false premise. I don't think anyone, atheist, religious, or otherwise, claims that we know everything about everything that has to do with our bodies and the universe. That would be silly. That's not what anybody's position is. And if it is, then they're retarded.
In a series of tangled up pathologies that produce certain behaviors and states of consciousness, you have a soul. There is a spiritual component to you that can be acted on by outside spiritual forces.
When I was younger, I 18, 19, 20, I very much fell into this. There is no good and evil. It's competing interests. Some people think the other person's evil because their interests don't align and they have different worldviews. And as I got older, especially with the past 8 years, my worldview fundamentally changed. And there's one man I owe a great deal to for revealing to me the evils of the world. That's Adam Schiff. He is.
I was going to try and guess.
A liar, a cheater, a deceiver, a manipulator. I mean, I was so shocked to.
Oh yeah, so people lie and cheat and steal. Therefore, God. That's not how logic works.
See this guy on TV lie in the way he does to destroy. And I call him out because it's an easy name to throw mud at. But there are so many people that I'm shocked to see, particularly on the left with liberals, and now the neocons have joined them. Yeah. I'm shocked when I'm like, these people know they're lying. Yep. They know what they're doing will drive us to a path of destruction. For what logical purpose? None. And let me give you a quick story. When I was at Occupy Wall Street, this was one of my formative moments. Here I am, 25 years old, really still kind of believing a lot of good and evil is subjective. And I met someone who worked for a major media corporate press publication who explained to me, as they write and support the movement, they were nihilists. And so their intention was to watch the world burn down. And I'm not.
They just don't know. They just don't know. And that is why I genuinely believe that I have the answers. I missed this one. What was that? But I will come back to that, your last one. But I genuinely believe I have the answers. We had Ian Crossland on, and I was like, hey, here's my idea about how we should move forward as non-liberals, as non-woke people. He was like, yeah, sounds good to me. We have Peter Boghossian, an actual philosopher. And the only thing he had to say, well, be careful when you say semantic obfuscation, because obfuscation implies that somebody's actually doing the twisting. So we had to include, now there's the people who are changing language and twisting words around, and then there's the people who are listening to the twisted words and being confused. So we have semantic obfuscation for the people who are doing the twisting, and the linguistic creep for those who are falling for it. This stuff, I have the answers, guys. I have the answers. Please, please, if there's anybody who you think can tell me that I'm wrong, I would like to speak to them. As we said before, I hate being wrong. I would like to stop being wrong about anything that I'm wrong about as soon as possible. I like being right. So if I'm wrong, please, please send the person who can tell me so. So this is before Uncontent said, so using the train of thinking you're on, computers, scary, AI, God, Antichrist, should, with all the knowledge of man and its own calculations, come up with a solution for all man's issues. Theoretically, yes. Yeah. I mean, that might include, so that AI, God, Antichrist thing might say, you know, as we've seen in a million movies, that, oh, the easiest way to peace is to kill them all. So obviously, if that is the final solution that the AI says, then that's why that wouldn't be acceptable, because as a human, killing another innocent human is initially wrong. So if we can program it to understand human sensitivities, then yeah, I don't see why computers wouldn't be able to figure out the perfect way to go forward, given a goal. Given that we want a society based on family, based on tradition, based on merit. If you're just setting it wild, then all bets are off. Chaos and confusion create divisions. Indeed, they do. Indeed, I am the second coming of common sense. I got it right here. Here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Indeed, I am. MC9 said divisions create a population easy to control. That's why we need to get together. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in nothing, whether you believe in Hindu stuffs, then we can all come together on the idea of how society should be run. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.